Your mind can be tricked every single day in ways both big and small. And here's the surprising part. A part of your mind actually wants to be. It's a survival mechanism, a way to save energy. Our brains are constantly building mental shortcuts to navigate the overwhelming amount of information we face. It's efficient. But that efficiency comes with a vulnerability. Now, I know what you're thinking. Not me, Trevor. I'm smart. I read books. I watch documentaries. I critically analyze the world around me. I can spot an obvious scam from a mile away. But what if the trick isn't a loud, clumsy attempt to deceive you? What if it's quieter? What if it's a whisper, a feeling, a little nudge you don't even notice? It's the feeling that makes you choose one brand over another, not because of its quality, but because of the lifestyle it sold you in a 15-second ad. It's the sudden, unexplainable unease about a group of people you've never met, sparked by a headline you scrolled past. This isn't about being smart or dumb. It's about how the human brain is wired. These shortcuts, or cognitive biases, are a feature, not a bug. They're part of our operating system. And for centuries, people in power have learned to exploit this feature. Today, the methods are more sophisticated than ever. The messages are everywhere, seamlessly woven into the fabric of our digital lives, dressed as news, memes, entertainment, even the lyrics of a popular song. Whether the source is a corporation or a political campaign, the goal is the same: to steer your thoughts and feelings without you ever realizing the wheel has left your hands. Buy something, believe something, hate something. These external forces are shaping your perceptions, nudging your decisions, and influencing your emotions, all while you think it was your idea all along. It's an inside job, a subtle hijacking of your personal reality. Seeing this invisible architecture of influence is the first step. It can be scary, but it's also incredibly empowering. Because once you see the strings, you can learn to cut them. It's the first step to taking back control. So, let's break it down. What exactly is propaganda? The word itself comes from the Latin propagare, meaning to spread or propagate, like a gardener planting seeds. Originally, it was a neutral term for spreading ideas. But over time, its meaning has soured. Today, the word sounds dramatic, conjuring images of shadowy figures and secret broadcasts. And while that can be part of it, the reality is often far more ordinary and much closer to home. At its core, propaganda is a specific type of communication, deliberately designed to influence and move a lot of people toward a predetermined goal. Its purpose isn't just to inform you, but to fundamentally shape what you think, what you feel, and ultimately what you do. It aims to bypass rational thought and connect directly with your instincts and emotions. This is communication with an agenda, a one-way street. It doesn't invite discussion, debate, or critical feedback. It simply broadcasts a message expecting acceptance, not questions. Its real power lies in presenting a biased, selective viewpoint as the complete and objective truth. It carefully curates information, highlighting what serves its purpose and omitting anything that contradicts it. And it's ancient. From songs, poems, and statues to banners and coins, the mediums constantly change, but the mission doesn't. The pyramids, triumphal arches, and grand monuments of history were all propaganda in stone, built to project power and solidify a ruler's legacy. Whether it's a wartime poster or a viral social media post, the fundamental goal is the same: change beliefs and control behavior on a mass scale. The most effective propaganda is often built on a kernel of truth. It can feel 90% wholesome, making that 10% of poison, the manipulative part, incredibly difficult to spot. It works best when it feels simple, clear, and emotionally satisfying, offering easy answers to complex problems. This is where it differs from education. Education gives you tools and multiple perspectives to think for yourself. Propaganda tells you to think and removes the other options. It achieves this by provoking quick, powerful feelings: fear, anger, pride, belonging, to override slow, deliberate thought. It creates a simple world of us versus them. It wants you to feel, not think. Because when we are in the grip of strong emotions, we are far more likely to accept information without questioning it. Let's open our propaganda toolbox. Inside, we find a set of powerful instruments designed to shape belief. The first, and perhaps most fundamental tool, is repetition. The principle is deceptively simple. Just say it again, and again, and again. This isn't about shouting the loudest, but about being a constant, steady presence. This taps into a cognitive shortcut known as the Illusory Truth Effect. The more we hear something, the more familiar it becomes. And our brains mistake that familiarity for credibility. It feels believable simply because we've processed it before. When a message is heard across multiple sources and over a long period, it methodically wears down our natural skepticism. Each exposure acts as another layer of reinforcement. Think of it like water on stone. One drop is nothing, easily dismissed. But 1,000 drops, 1,000,000 drops, carve a permanent groove. This is why companies pay billions to stamp short, catchy slogans onto your brain. Just do it. I'm loving it. These phrases are engineered for maximum recall. After enough repetition, you stop hearing the words and processing their literal meaning. Instead, you just feel the brand, the emotion, the identity they've built. The political arena is another masterclass in repetition. Strategists craft concise, memorable three-word phrases and repeat them relentlessly at every opportunity. The media amplifies it. Opponents are forced to react to it, often repeating it themselves. And suddenly, the message is everywhere, dominating the conversation. A repeated message doesn't need logic or evidence to gain traction. Its proof becomes its own persistent, unavoidable existence. History provides stark examples. During World War II, radio broadcasts on all sides whispered the same fears and promises day after day until they were accepted as reality. This constant exposure creates a sense of inevitability. The repeated idea becomes the default, making any alternatives seem unrealistic or even unthinkable. It's a direct appeal to our cognitive laziness. Repetition targets our memory and exploits the brain's preference for familiar, easy-to-process information. So, the next time you find yourself nodding along to a message you've heard many times, pause. Ask yourself, is this idea truly valid, or does it just feel that way because it's familiar from repetition? That one simple question is your most powerful defense. It re-engages your critical thinking. Repetition is a powerful tool, but it only works because we unconsciously let it. By consciously questioning what we hear, we take back control. If repetition is the slow drip, fear is the lightning strike. Fear is primal and fast. It switches off slow thinking and seizes control. We stop thinking and start reacting. Classic fear messages warn of clear dangers with loaded words and terrifying images. An external enemy, a threat within, a dark future. Act now, or else. In fear, we favor strong leaders, trade freedom for safety. History's full of it. Drills, dread, and easy justifications under pressure. Notice your heart racing, anger rising, worst case sold as certainty. Fear simplifies into us versus them and sells a single solution. More power, money, support. It works because it speaks the brain's oldest language. Counter it by breathing and asking, what are the facts? Create a pause. Let slow thinking wake up. Fear shrinks complexity. You can bring it back. Ask yourself, are they trying to make me feel or helping me think? We're social. Belonging feels safe. Being outside feels scary. Bandwagon says, everyone is doing it. Join the winners. Big crowds, dramatic stats, testimonials, pressure to conform. Likes and shares become credibility and fuel more shares. Cameras capture crowds. Polls show leads. Momentum persuades the undecided. It turns a political choice into a social one. But popularity is not truth. 1 million people can be wrong. Step back before following the crowd off a cliff. Ask, is it right, not just popular? Install a mental brake on popularity pressure. Belong, but with your brain on. Bandwagons roll because we push them. 2 tricks that love to team up. Name-calling stops debate by slapping on emotional labels. It dehumanizes and colors all future info. Not arguments, conversation enders. Then come false facts and half-truths wearing a lab coat, stats out of context, cherry-picked timelines, made-up numbers, dramatic claims from microscopic baselines. We trust numbers even when we shouldn't. We're busy. They count on that. Confidence persuades more than data. Insults discredit. Fake numbers bestow credibility. A pincer on truth. Counter by asking, where's the evidence? What's the context? Peel labels. Fix axes. See clearer. Your brain runs two OSs, fast System 1 and slow System 2. System 1 is intuitive, emotional, automatic. System 2 is deliberate, analytical, logical, and lazy. Propaganda targets System 1 with simple slogans, strong feelings, vivid images. It dodges nuance that would wake System 2. Memory is suggestible and constantly rewritten. Short, catchy, emotional sticks best. We mistake memorability for accuracy. Social life matters. We mirror our tribe's beliefs. Propaganda builds in-groups, uses leaders and influencers to fix the group view. We feel pressure to conform, even when we doubt. These tricks fit our biases like a key in a lock. Unlock yourself by pausing, seeking context, and letting System 2 engage. 6 steps to fight back. Think of it as mental self-defense. 1. Check the source. Who's behind it? What's their record and motive? 2. Look for strong emotion. All heat. No reason. Red flag. 3. Endless repetition means normalization by brute force. 4. Labels instead of arguments? That's propaganda. 5. Find verifiable claims. Cross-check with independent fact-checkers. 6. Argue the other side. What would a reasonable opponent say? Create a pause between seeing and believing. In that pause, you find your freedom. Use the checklist daily. It gets easier with practice. You're training your slow brain to show up. 6 steps, fewer traps. The most effective propaganda fits your habits and biases. It's not an invasion. It's a Trojan you invite in. Your brain is a shortcut machine that craves simple stories and belonging. The danger isn't one big lie. It's a steady diet that confirms you. It works like a key in the lock of your certainty. The antidote isn't perfection. It's curiosity and humility. Your brain is crazy, but you can train it. Like and subscribe for more.